With literally hundreds of approved molds, it's hard to imagine that Innova's lineup is somehow missing something. But that doesn't stop them from rolling out a few new molds every single year. The question today is if the Fox will actually offer something different. Let's find out, because the disc is in the details. Hey everyone, it's Greg from Six Sided Discs. And just before we look at Innova's latest mid-range, we're excited to announce that the Disc Golf Expo is right around the corner. That's right, in 2 days, we're back at Disc East in Marlborough, Massachusetts, Saturday, January 24th, and Sunday, January 25th. Stop by and say hello and show us you're subscribed, and you'll get a free Flight Numbers Don't Matter Velcro patch. You can also shop our brand new mini hexagons, custom discs, apparel, and more. We hope to see you there. Now let's take a closer look at Innova's latest mid-range, the Fox. The Fox is a wide diameter mid-range with average depth and even a small bead. It's an interesting design, and it's quite different to the chunky blunt Rock 3 or the smooth beadless Mako 3. Not only is it different to Innova's existing mid-ranges, it's also quite different to other popular understable mids. We'll take a closer look at the Fox in just a moment, but first, let's see what understable mid-ranges it's up against. This is the Prodigy M5. Another newer release, the M5 and Fox couldn't be more different in terms of design. While the Fox has a low profile, the M5 feels very chunky in the hand by comparison. The M5, rated at 5 speed, 5 glide, -2 turn, and 0.5 fade, was reintroduced to Prodigy's lineup in 2024. Replacing the original version from 2014, the new M5 is designed to be an understable complement to Prodigy's popular straight-rated M4. We'll also be comparing the Fox to two of the most popular, slightly understable mid-ranges in the game, including the Discraft Buzz SS. The Buzz SS is the oldest of the discs we're testing today, originally approved by the PDGA way back in 2008. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it, because the Buzz SS is one of the most popular straight-to-understable mid-ranges around. With a much simpler design to the other three discs we have today, the Buzz SS is a slightly more aerodynamic Buzz, and it's featured in tons of videos on our channel in the past. Its flight numbers of 5.4, -2.1 put its expected flight right alongside the Fox and the M5. Lastly, we'll be comparing the Fox to a modern-day classic, the MVP D-Tour. Approved by the PDGA in 2023, the D-Tour, rated at 5 speed, 5 glide, -2 turn, and 1 fade, was the first mid-range in James Conrad's line at MVP. And it was a welcome addition to MVP's lineup at the time. With straight to slightly overstable options like the Reactor, Hex, and Matrix selling well, MVP seemed to be missing out on that understable slot. So naturally, the D-Tour has been a bestseller ever since. So there you have it, 4 different mid-ranges, designed to fly pretty much the same, with pretty similar flight numbers, yet noticeably different designs. Just how different could they be? Well, just you wait and see. Let's begin with the Buzz SS. We've thrown the Buzz SS many times over the years, and we typically find it to be straight to slightly understable. And that was pretty much the case today. It holds nice and straight, doesn't turn that much, but doesn't show any signs of getting much fade either. Next, let's see the D-Tour in action. Now, Caleb threw this exact D-Tour almost 2 years ago. Here it is getting a slight flip up to flat, the faintest of turns, before fighting back with some decent fade. And as you can see here, that same D-Tour has basically lost none of that stability. Here it gets a brief turn, before it fights back, again giving us more of a straight flight than a slightly understable one. But what about the Prodigy M5? Well, for context, here's some flights we've gotten from the M4 over the years. And it's safe to say our experience with the M4 has always involved a lot more understability than expected. And the M5 is supposed to be even more understable. So naturally, Josh lets a rip, and it's really not wanting to turn at all. In fact, this was the most turn we got from it all day. So I have to say the M5 is not going to be my first choice for reliable understability. And based on what we've seen so far, I'm not sure that this specific D-Tour or Buzz SS are either. Now, there is a question or argument to be made over what a -2.1 mid-range should actually fly like. Do you want that to be a straight disc that you can hit precise lines, or should it have this sort of reliable turn? I think that's maybe just a conversation for a different day. Either way, I think the question is, will the Fox live up to expectations and consistently show any kind of turn compared to these other three? About those expectations, because I don't know that we have any yet. Let's see what Innova has to say about the Fox. Firstly, its flight numbers of 5, 6, -2.1 are effectively the same as these other three discs. With that being said though, Innova does specifically say that while the Fox is a wide diameter mid-range, it, quote, carries forward more like a fairway driver. In fact, they say to think of it as a fast 5-speed. I'm not sure why that doesn't make it a 6-speed, but I don't assign discs flight numbers, so what do I know? Innova expects the Fox to perform well with moderate power and a slight hyzer, which should lead to gently turning flights that fade forward late on. They also suggest that it's already very popular among a range of skill and power levels, ranking as one of Innova's most popular mid-ranges in their 2025 disc golf survey, which is pretty surprising for a disc that's only a few months old. So let's see how this Fox actually flies, beginning with our Star Plastic Fox. It shows a smooth and gentle turnover, followed by a hyzer flip turnover that does eventually push straight. And that's pretty much what Innova described. Our Halo Star Fox was more of the same. On a couple occasions, it quickly flipped over and held that turn, but it also comfortably hyzer flipped, just like the Star Fox. Innova said they expect the Halo Star and Duo Plastic Foxes to have a little more stability, but honestly today it was the same or even slightly more understable than the Star Plastic. So ultimately what all of this means is that of the 4 -2 turn and 1 fade mid-ranges we looked at today, the Fox is really the only one that showed reliable turn, while the Detour, M5, and Buzz SS might only be reliably understable for faster arm speeds. Have any of you thrown any of these 4 mid-ranges? How do they fly for you? Let us know in the comments below. And also comment below if you think the Fox is really filling a new slot in the Innova lineup. For Six Sided Discs, I'm Greg. We hope to see you at the expo, and we'll see you in the next one. Now let's get our hands on... Now let's take a look. We don't give a fox about this weather. Beautiful. I don't know if the camera can see it. If you like this content and want to see more, please consider liking the video, subscribing to our channel, or becoming a member. Your support makes this content possible.